Let's see. Sometimes it takes a bit for Facebook to catch up to what I'm doing. So, oh, there it is. So now I'll be able to see your guys' comments. Hi, everyone. My name's Kaylee. I also go by Red when I do the Redheads book blog or Red's Erotic Bookshelf. And I want to thank Kathy and Lara for having me in to be their very first takeover. And this is the first time I've actually gone live in somebody else's group. So thanks for having me. Again, my name's Kaylee, and I have my first book, For the Love of Us. I released it in September, and it's done very well as far as I can tell. People liked it and related to it. I'm currently working on a new book called Family of Blue, which is law enforcement romance. But it's a lot deeper than the actual love story. I have I guess you could say that I've come up with a style that I really enjoy having some reality base to it. So I want people to relate to the story. I have law enforcement in my family, so I take it very seriously, and I'm kind of mixed in my feelings with that. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for being here with us. Tried to make it a little bit easy and ask for questions earlier, and Lara and Kathy and Jen and I got some really interesting questions. First one was from Jen. What is your dream vacation? Well, before the coronavirus, I would have said it was to go on a Disney cruise, but right now I don't see me going on a cruise at any time. Dream vacation, I would like to go anywhere all over the world. Through books and Facebook and blogging and writing, I have met so many wonderful people that are all over the world. I have Michelle, who's in Australia, Gloria, who's on the East Coast. I live in California, Carol and Sue, and all sorts of people in the UK. I've never left the West Coast of the United States, and I would just like to be able to travel the world. So that's my dream vacation, is to meet up with all my Facebook friends. That's okay. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Lara. If you have a question, Michelle, you can drop it in. Jen asked me if I wanted to co-write, and who would it be with. First to answer is, I would, first be terrified right now to co-write. Would I love to be honored to co-write with somebody? Yes. If I was asked right now, which you did, who would it be? It would be my street team co-authors. I think that they would be amazing too, but I know I'm not ready for it. And that would be Maggie Jane Schuler, Luna Lopez, and Mitchell Summers. It would just be fun, since it's the four of us running a street team together. It would be fun to do. But anybody who thought that I was good enough to do a co-write with, I would be honored. My favorite ice cream. It goes in between butter pecan or strawberry. It just kind of depends on the mood. But those are my favorite ice creams. My ideal writing process. Well, I'm constantly learning about the writing process. It's not easy. I have a really good story in my head all the time, but putting it out into the context of writing a book is a lot harder. So my ideal would be to learn how to do all of the plotting ahead of time and be able to lay it out perfectly in a nice quiet spa setting for me to write. But since I can't get there right now, I know I have a lot of support, and I'm very fortunate to have it. Hi, Denise. Thanks for coming in. Michelle, I'm glad you think my hair looks good today. I needed a distraction, so I blew out my hair a little bit. My favorite meal, Kathy. I don't really have a favorite meal. I love cheese. I love pasta, which I shouldn't be eating, but I love steak. I don't really have a favorite meal. So if I ever ended up on death row, I wouldn't know what to ask for my final meal. See, Kathy, isn't butter pecan good? Hi, Maggie. Thanks for being here. Oh, no burnt garlic bread. If you read For the Love of Us, you'll find out the inside joke on burnt garlic bread. Kathy asked me what my favorite car is. I recently turned 50, and my husband treated me to a new convertible Camaro. Camaros have always been my favorite, so but now my new little baby is my favorite, and hopefully the quarantine will let up and lock down, and I'll be able to drive down the coast again. Kathy also asked, when the quarantine's up, what's the first thing I want to do? And I bet you Michelle and Maggie can guess. I'll leave it there. See if you guys can guess it. Laura, open-toed shoes. Don't have an opinion one way or the other. I tend to wear flip-flops and tennis shoes, so, or Toms. I love my Toms. So that's answering your guys' questions. A little bit about me and the writing process. Well, I've been in the writing community as a blogger, the Redheads Book Blog and Red's Erotic Bookshelf, for 2.5 years now. When I initially started it, I wanted to I wanted to write, and so I kind of came into this a little bit backwards, but it taught me a lot, and I met a lot of friends, connections, inadvertently. It wasn't the way I had planned it out. I wanted to write. So I got to come in with some friends already into the business. So I was really lucky when I did For the Love of Us and the support I've had. Tell you a little bit about, see, I have paperbacks everywhere. So For the Love of Us is a empty nester story. Kellie is the mom and wife, and when her kids finally go off to college, she realizes that she's no longer connected sexually to her husband anymore, and she wants that back. So she develops a plan with her best friend of how to reconnect in the bedroom with her husband, Brad. But it's scary because what if he rejects her? What if they've gotten into that routine that they're just comfortable with the way they are, and yet here she is trying to shake things up and say, hey, what we have going in the bedroom right now isn't enough. And taking that chance is hard. It's difficult, and Kellie goes through a lot of fantasies and burnt garlic bread scenarios, and this will always be my baby, not just because of it being my debut, but because there is a huge piece of me in Kellie and a huge piece of my husband in Brad. It is very, it's not my story. It could be my story. It could be, I think, anybody's story once you've been with your husband or your significant other for a long time. And I really hope that you give it a chance and read it, because I think you'll enjoy it. Kathy, my Camaro is a dark gray, and it's a convertible, and it is my baby, and I can't wait to get out and ride again, drive around. Scary times we live in, and so taking time to let it sit in my driveway is worth staying safe and keeping everybody else safe. Michelle, thank you. I didn't mean to make you cry, but knowing that my story touched some people, it means a whole lot to me. what's one really funny part of the story is when Kellie decides to bring toys into her bedroom and goes to the store and looks at all of these things. And I know that that's something that a lot of women actually, for the first time when they go check things out, if they decide to go that direction, it can be embarrassing. And it's also scary to look at your significant other and say, hey, I want to try something different. Some people might take it as you're rejecting, thinking that person's not good enough for you. So Kellie did go through that, and you read it and you can find out what Brad's reaction was to it. I think it was very unique. And I will tell you that Brad's reaction was my husband's reaction. So it really does happen. Let's see, there was some, oh, I wanted to show, I talked about that I had pickles. See, I have my fresh pickles. I'm going to have some tonight with dinner because Laura said she loves her pickles, so I grabbed those. I'm going to drop a giveaway and my posts in here for a little bit after I get off. I also have a new trailer that I made for the Love of Us. I made one yesterday for Family of Blue, but I did one for my book. Having four as the first word makes sentences really difficult. I made a trailer for the Love of Us today, and I'm going to show it for the first time in this wonderful new group. And I want to thank you guys for putting together a new group to support authors, to help share, and the time it takes to put in to do what you guys are doing, Laura and Kathy, is just, it's amazing. And I thank you, and I know that other authors are appreciative of what you are doing. It just, I know how much time it takes because I do it regularly in Reds, and it takes a lot. And it's not that you're getting anything out of it. It's not, you're doing it because you love it. And I want you to know that it's appreciated. Does anybody else have anything that they have questions for me? You can see my little bookshelf back here. This guy's name is Hugo. He's in a book that Zane Michelson and Jenna Michelson are doing called The Curse of Dry Vagina. It stars a woman named Michelle and another one named Donna Marie. Did I tell you Kaylee is my pen name and my name is Donna? Anyway, it's going to be a fabulous book, and I can't wait for it to come out. The Vegemite is from Michelle Cooper in Australia, and I did taste it, and it's disgusting. I have he's my voodoo doll, and I have pins, and yes, I do. Ooh, this pin guts. I do stick pins in him when I need him. Aw, Kathy, you guys are wonderful, and you deserve to be told how great you are, because without you, authors like me, we kind of fall by the wayside. And yeah, I appreciate you even. Let's see, how much time do I have? Oh, okay, I have a little bit of time. So in Reds, Zane Michelson did his first takeover with me, and I'm not joking. He got done, and I had 76 members at the time, and we finished it, and I broke down in tears, completely crying, just because I felt like I'd finally found my community, and I found a people who understood me, who didn't judge me, and it was just so fabulously fun that I cried. So to have, oh, see, now I'm going to get teary again because I'm a big softie. To have you guys let me be your first author in your group is special to me. Sorry, big softie. So thank you for giving me that opportunity, and thank you for all you do. And I'm going to sign off because I have the trailer to show you that I'm very proud of. And Kathy and Laura, if you ever need anything, please let me know and I will support you in any way I can. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.